Good morning YouTube. Welcome to the financial information channel. In this video I'm going to explain what is a margin account, and at the same time I'm going to explain the benefits and the cons when you open a margin account. Let's start with the video. So a margin account is basically borrowing money from your stockbroker so you can leverage your return in the stock market. Now imagine investing and trading in the stock market already has risk. Now imagine adding a layer of risk into the stock market account is gonna be complicated for you if things don't work out for you. Now I'm gonna give an example. Buying stocks during recessions or when the stock market crashes is gonna make a huge mess on your account. And let me explain why. Let's say that you have 20,000 to invest into a stock market and you buy 100 shares of a stock company and the price for each share is about $20. Now let's say for example the market crashes and that investment that you did for 200 shares drops all the way to $80 per share. Now you will still have an account with 8,000 instead of 20,000, but your account can still recover. Now what happens if you open a margin account and instead of investing 20,000, you borrow the stockbroker another 20,000. So in total, you're gonna have 40,000 to invest because you have 20,000 on your account and you borrow another 20,000 from the margin account. So now that you have 40,000 to invest, you buy 200 shares at a 200 price for each share. So in that case, let's say for example the stock market crashes and that company share drops to $80 instead of 200. Your account value is gonna be 16,000, right? So your account is at 16,000, but because you owe the stockbroker 20,000, you're gonna have to sell the shares. In addition, you're gonna have to pay interest because margin account is gonna charge you an interest rate. So in that example, not only you lost the 16,000 on that company when you bought those shares, in addition, you're gonna have to pay 4,000 out of your own pocket plus interest. So the margin account actually told you, you know what, you're gonna have to sell the shares in order to pay us. In that example, it is going to complicate the things in a whole different way if things don't go your way in the stock market. So if you're experienced in the stock market, you can actually get a lot of money in the stock market really quick. However, in my opinion, the risk outweighs the positives. So I opened a margin account last year and I lost a lot of money when I was trading the Apple stocks in 2016. And that can happen to you because when you're investing in the stock market, you always have that curiosity to try the margin account. If you insist opening a margin account, I would suggest read the guidelines to see what is the percentage they have to pay on interest, because each company has a different type of interest rate they have to pay, and that you research the company that you plan to invest or trade, because I'm telling you, it is not a joke when you open a margin account. Two things that I didn't mention is that when you open a margin account, you cannot use that amount to invest on your retirement plan. For example, an individual retirement plan is not going to allow you to invest when you open a margin account. And the other thing is, if you lose a lot of money on the stock that you're investing, you're going to get a margin call. A margin call is basically the stockbroker telling you know what, your account has dropped a lot of value. You need to either deposit money on your account or pay up, And that's the reason why I'm telling you that you need to do your research first. And I would say when you invest in the stock market, it's a good idea you don't have any debt at all. And the reason why you don't want to invest with debt, because that's gonna slow down, your investment and your returns in the stock market when you're either investing or trading. Now the advantage, like I mentioned earlier, is that you can actually double the amount that you gain really quick. Now in the example that I gave you earlier, where you lost all your value on your account, you can actually gain all that amount really quick. If for some reason you decide to open a margin account, I would say please pay closely attention to any movement that you see in that stock. And I would say keep a diversified portfolio because that's gonna reduce the risk a little bit. Now I'm gonna read you an article which I found fascinating because it talks how margin accounts have done throughout these years. Now keep in mind that we're in a bull market, so anytime that you invest, everything looks great, But that changes quickly when we go to a bear market. Now I'm gonna read the article so you can see. According to the latest data from the New York Stock Exchange, margin debt hit a record high of 528 billions in February 2017. There's currently more than $500 billion in outstanding borrowed money that was used to buy shares of stock. Now, I was reading that article, and most of people have a margin account. That's unbelievable. I just hope that people realize if we have a stock market crash, you're gonna be in deep trouble. That's why I would suggest always try to invest with your own money and only try a margin account if you have enough money to cover your losses, or at least try with a small amounts so it doesn't affect you that much. Or at least do a lot of research before you open a margin account. Like I said earlier, I just want you to be careful because losing a lot of money is not fun at all. Well, that's going to be everything for today. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Let me know if you have a margin account. I would appreciate and just get an idea if you have a margin account and how you're doing so far. Like this video if you find it helpful. Subscribe to the Financial Information channel. And I open a new Twitter account that I'm gonna leave in the video description, and I'm gonna put it in the video as well. So make sure that you follow me on Twitter if you have a Twitter account, and have an excellent day. Take care, my friends.